For more on this, we're joined by Arthur Goldstuck, who's an author and information and technology commentator, joining us from Johannesburg. Welcome to the program, Arthur. Now, we've seen more than 50 new AI billionaires this year, many on paper. So how real is this wealth, and what happens if that AI bubble bursts?
You made a very good point that the profits and the billions are still on paper, mostly. What we're really seeing is different levels of AI investment and value, and the bubble lies at the edges of some of those areas. So at the top layer, you have NVIDIA, which supplies the chips that everyone has to use if they want to be at the cutting edge of AI. Then at the second layer, you have the infrastructure players like Amazon, Google, and Microsoft. And they're generating real revenue, all four of those companies. Then the third level, you have the people who are trying to sell AI services where they're not yet making those massive profits. So just to put that in context, NVIDIA is worth $3 trillion or so, annual revenue of about 60 billion rand. That's serious revenue. And then you look at Microsoft at the next layer down, also a $3 trillion company with revenues of $230 billion. That is serious, and that justifies the valuation, maybe a little inflated, but still justified. Google as well, or Alphabet, $2 trillion market cap, $300 billion valuation. But then you come down to OpenAI, which at the moment is valued at around $90 billion or so. Their revenue, only about $3 to $4 billion estimated. So you can see that at that third layer where they're trying to sell services to companies, the revenues are still tiny compared to the market cap. And that's where the bubble lies. And especially the smaller companies at that third layer are facing massive risk of a bubble bursting. But higher up, it's nothing like the dot-com bubble of 2000, where there was no underlying revenue. Here you're seeing massive revenue and therefore massive value. But you've got to watch out for that selective bubble.
Right, now, AI has made the world's richest people even richer this year. Is this a healthy innovation boom, or are we concentrating too much wealth into too few hands?
It's certainly far too concentrated at the moment. For a healthy market and a healthy environment, and an environment where there isn't risk of investor sentiment suddenly turning the market upside down, you need that wealth, or value rather, spread more broadly. The more value you have, the more the wealth will be spread, and the more the risk will be spread. And the more you spread the risk, the less risk there actually is of a bubble bursting or of a market crashing. Right now, if you have all of that value and that expectation invested into 3 or 4 companies, it means that when investor sentiment turns, the market turns as well. So it's not healthy for anyone right now, except for those who are able to cash in before there is a correction.
Arthur Goldstuck in Johannesburg, thank you very much for your insights.